High school playoff baseball is upon us. Who better to talk it through with than Bruce Johnson? Bruce, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks, Shal. I'll tell you what, there's not a better time all year.
The best time of year. The best time of year. We're going to do things a little differently today. We're going to begin going through the brackets. Let's begin with the sectionals. Ottawa Hills facing off against Archbold. Ottawa Hills is the top seed. Green Bears enter on a 5-game winning streak. How can the Green Bears keep the good times rolling?
Well, I think how the Green Bears keep the good times rolling is just they've done all year with the pitching of Colin Hennessy at the front of the rotation and Ian Densmore, who we're going to talk about a little bit more in a little bit. They've got the pitching, but that is a very tough bracket. Archbold will not be easy, and if they advance past there, they got a tough game in Eastwood.
All right, let's go to Division 4. Napoleon already advancing to the sectional final. It will play the winner of Lake and Ottawa Glandorf. Game was suspended yesterday with the Lake leading 8-2. Assuming that result holds, how do you see that matchup playing out in the sectional finals?
I think it's a coin flip. I think Napoleon and Lake are truly the best two teams in that area. And with the pitching that Napoleon and Lake both have, that can go out either way. I'm going to go out on a limb a little bit and take Napoleon, but I think it'll be a great baseball game.
All righty, Division 3 sectionals, a loaded Final Four here. Bowling Green, St. Francis, and Maumee Central Catholic.
I think St. Francis is just too strong. Fred Riggs and his Bobcats have had a great season, but I think it ends in the Bobcats, but I think it's going to end against St. Francis.
How can the Fighting Irish keep the Cinderella story alive against Maumee?
I think good pitching and timely hitting. I think it'll be a struggle for them, but I think they can do it. I think we're blessed around here to have so many good local teams in that division.
All righty, D2 brackets, Clay already advancing to the regionals, but also in this division, you have Anthony Wayne and Northview. The Generals have been your top team in the area for weeks. What is stopping Anthony Wayne from making a run to the Final Four?
I think the only thing that can stop them is themselves. I think they're that good of a baseball team. But I will tell you this, Aaron Tullis will have his Northview Wildcats ready, and they've already beaten Anthony Wayne once this year, so they can possibly do it a second time.
And in Division 1, Perrysburg had a bit of turbulence earlier this season, a 4-game losing streak. Everybody was panicking. I think you were probably the only one who kept calm. Now the Yellow Jackets are on the verge of going to the regionals again, but they have to beat St. Edwards. How do they get it done?
Which they did last year. That won't help them this year, but if I know anything, Dave Hall will have his kids ready to play, and I would not be shocked at all to see Perrysburg advance.
Let's get back to usual business. Who's your team of the week?
Clay Eagles. I'll tell you what, I thought they were too young to go this far at the beginning of the season, but a couple young freshmen in Brandon Vargas and Bryce Bestgrove have really come on from the start of the season. They're doing tremendous. Bestgrove with that catch yesterday may have saved the game for the Clay Eagles. And when you have a Landon Eversman on the mound, followed up by a Darren Fussell, you're in great shape. And oh, by the way, Fussell hits a walk-off homer to win the league title. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, this has been Jimmy Phillips' best job by far. They're getting contributions from George Edwards, Ian DeWitt. Just there's a different star every night, and when you have a Landon Eversman at the top, you're going to be good.
Who's your player of the week?
Ian Densmore. 6-0 on the season with a 1.96 ERA. And the thing I love about this young man, he's only going to get better. He's an underclassman, needs to put on a little size and weight if he can do that. But I tell you what a bulldog on the mound. You know, I'm telling you, I've watched that man compete, very quiet. But when he's on the mound, he's fierce. I'm going to start calling him the Bulldog.
Let's go to your top 10. Anthony Wayne staying firm at number 1, but let's keep it very simple. If you were to put all your chips in the middle for one team to make it all the way to the state Final Four, who would it be?
I'm going to give you 2. I'm going to say the Ottawa Hills Green Bears at number 2, but the Anthony Wayne Generals. I think they have the pitching, the defense, and the momentum. I see them getting very, very far, and I think we'll see them in Akron in a couple weeks.
Bruce Johnson joining us in studio. More playoff baseball. He's going to be calling a few games next week as well, so looking forward to getting your perspective on that.
Thanks, Shal.